start in the past 2 games today. It's just a matter of keeping that same intensity, consistent throughout the entire game, that same focus, going one play at a time and just focusing on the now instead of maybe what happened before was coming up next.
Is it really a matter of intensity and maintaining that for the whole game?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, just intensity and consistent focus. That's the number one thing that that makes a team start fast, start slow, or have the ability to continue through the game and make plays through the game. It's all focus and intensity.
Does that change this week? I asked Coach Jones. I mean, everybody's been talking about it for you. I got to think that would amp you guys up and probably know the game.
Well, we're going to prepare for this game like we have every other game.
Jashon Robertson says that it's uncharacteristic, all the mistakes that are happening hasn't happened since this time where the ball's on the ground. Why do you think those things are happening?
It's just it's a thing. It's something that you just have to focus on throughout the week of practice and preparation. Really keying in on those things, like you said, balls on the ground, different technical errors and things of that nature. It's just going back to the minor details and really honing in on those things that we get those things corrected.
You said you'd prepare this summer, but do you think you'll be able to maintain the consistency and focus a little better in an SEC game than maybe a game where you just run right down the field and score right away?
Well, we approach every game the same way. Every game is of equal importance, and we will prepare the same way for every game. And of course, our goal is to have consistent focus and intensity throughout every single game. So that's our plan, and that's what we're going to prepare to.
Jashon, I know you guys have played the 5 today that you started on before. Did that change anything for you to start the game that way? And what you think about the line?
Well, for me, it's a thing that happens throughout a course of a week of practice, and through camp, through springs. We always consistently rotate guys in and out because you just never know what can happen. You can go back to the Georgia game, for instance, when Chance and Jack came in, and there was a lot of guys just down. And even today, there was a lot of guys that went down, a lot of younger guys and other players who stepped in and did well. That's the life of our team. Offensive line is the life of the football team. Guys go down, they come in.
What was different, as the game went on, the fourth quarter in particular? You guys really seemed like you started to put some things together. You had that 190-yard drive and kind of put it away. What was clicking there that maybe wasn't clicking earlier?
Overall mentality, like I said, as far as your mental focus and mental intensity. In that moment, we all knew the game was on our shoulders. Close the game out, run the ball, and when you are able to have that focus and that intensity, things like that happen.
With the game coming up, it usually doesn't matter what's happened in the past. What matters is what happens in the trenches. Usually the team that runs the ball best wins. Are you confident you guys can get that running game going and be more effective on the ground?
That's our plan every weekend and week out, is to be able to run the ball and do the things that we do well, and we're prepared to do those things well.
Jashon, is there a sense of level of disappointment with the offense that you guys maybe haven't looked as good as you guys did at stretches last year, or maybe you haven't played up to your potential with some of the guys that you have on the offense?
Well, we know our potential, and we know about the guys that we have in our unit and in our room, and we're going to just keep grinding every single day, trying to get better and come out with a great mental focus and great intensity every single game, every play, every quarter, and just focus on everything that we can control, the minor details, the technical things, and that potential will expose itself.
Now, you mentioned you guys had that combination out there before, but how did you